So now that we've gone over how to enter information within an Excel worksheet, let's talk about what did we really do when I was typing within an individual cell, what was really happening. So if I click here in cell A4 on Jill, I can see up here in the formula bar that we talked about before, the formula bar always shows me what's actually within my cell. And in this case we can see that it matches. Jill is here and Jill is also up in my formula bar. So when I've entered text, I've really just entered text into each individual cell. The text works just like it would in any other Microsoft program. So if I right click, I can cut it, I can copy it, paste it, and we'll see in later videos that I can do a variety of other formats to it as well. The other type of value that we entered was a number, and you can see I've got 10 and 9.5, and those show just as they are up in the formula bar. What's important to note here is that when I use a period, Excel interprets that as a decimal place. So if I'm typing in a number and I use the period symbol on my keyboard, Excel is going to interpret that as a decimal place. Now the next one to the right is a little more complicated, and that's why I want to spend a little bit of time on it, and that's dates. Within Excel, when I start typing something that looks like a date, more often than not Excel is going to recognize that I'm entering a date, and it will interpret it a little bit differently than I might expect. So in this case I've entered in dates, and it just so happens that the two dates use the same exact format. But look what happens if I use just 8, just a single digit for the month, and 2 digits for the day, and I'll do 2 digits for the year. When I hit enter, Excel still interprets that based on what it thinks I'm trying to enter. Since 2012 is closest, it's closer than 1912, it's going to guess 2012. And it isn't bothered by the fact that I didn't use formatting like this: month, month, slash, day, day, and then year. You've probably seen this type of formatting on a website before, where it wants you to enter in the characters exactly like this, with 2 digits, and 4. That's a lot of databases are limited, and they need that type of formatting to interpret it as a date. But Excel actually interprets dates a little bit differently, and that enables it to use different formats. And we'll see here, if I type in 3/12, let's say I'm talking about March 12th. If I do 3/12 and hit enter, it actually guesses that I'm talking about the current year. Now if I was talking about March 2011, I could do that by doing, or I'm sorry, March 2012 instead of March 12th. I just get Excel to interpret it differently by using 4 digits for the year, so 3/2012. And now it interpreted that as March 1st, 2012. So what you've just seen is that Excel is showing me some text and a number, so it's showing me a date format that I wasn't expecting. And the value that's showing within my cell is different from what's showing in the formula bar. And that's what we're going to talk about in our next video, why that is and why that's an important part to understand when we're using Excel.